Hello, everyone. Nolan West here. We have had a rough week as a nation and especially as a state. I mean, social media keeps us all glued to our screens as we all witness the worst humanity has to offer. I have seen people, uh, I've seen people say the craziest things, like well, we should arrest every single protester because they are complicit in rioting, and we should disband the Minneapolis police force. I mean, emotions are running at an all-time high in my life I've ever seen, and you can feel that anxious energy in the air. And this has all got me thinking a lot about leadership in general and what should leaders do in chaotic situations like the one we're in. And there is one thing. Leaders should not make the situation worse. As much as they might like to, leaders should be above the emotional firestorm. Leaders should keep a level head and be aware of when their judgment is compromised. I mean, we've had political leaders from both sides of the aisle tweet things that charitably would be called irresponsible. Leaders should not be thinking about politics and how they can leverage the chaos of this situation to achieve their partisan projects. It's just gross. And leaders are understandably want to stand shoulder to shoulder with their closest supporters and scream about how terrible their opponents are. And this is what we all do every day on social media in our own little echo chambers, tailor-made to reinforce what we already believe. But in my view, real leaders don't just stay in their own camp. They reach out to those who disagree with them and they try and build consensus. I mean, our republic was built on consensus. We have majority rule, but with minority rights. We don't dictate to the minority what is to be done, but we collaborate and we cooperate with all interested parties. And that's how we pass good laws. That's how we keep a stable, functioning government where people are actually heard. And screaming partisan platitudes with your supporters, will probably net you more campaign contributions, but it won't improve the situation one bit. If our political leaders can put down their partisan war gear, and I'll be the first, and focus on resolving the situation at hand, we have a fighting chance to emerge from this unrest as a stronger nation. And that's what we should all be aiming for. So when all of us feel those emotions, like everybody's getting so fired up about everything, and everybody I've talked to, just try and put yourself in the shoes of the other people. Try and understand. And you may still disagree with them, and that's, totally fine. Nobody's right 100% of the time. But if we can reach out and understand and then try and build consensus of what to do next, where everybody's on the same side, because we are all on the same side. This should have brought us together, and it's tragic that it didn't, but we can still make George Floyd's death mean something if we're willing to get something done. So that's just been on my mind, so I thought I'd share it with you, and I'll see you next time. Stay safe.